Hi everybody, it's Terry Hofstetter. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about tuning into your higher self with the benefit of my friend Penny here, who just now decided she's going to show up. Show yourself, Penny. There, she's going to swish her tail in the camera a little bit. But I learned this practice of being, or learned how to define tuning into my higher self by watching my cat. And I've been doing different forms of meditation for over 30 years, and to me, it's automatic, and I can't remember ever practicing something to get an effect. So I've been doing it myself all along. But when I started thinking about how I can tell people and how I can describe it, I got it from watching my cat. Now, as soon as I turn the camera around, she's going to stop doing it. But what she does is when she's outside, she twitches her ears. She's listening, and her ears are going like antennas. Let's see if I can do this here. You can see that. And then and what you can't see is she's swishing her tail. And she might be, I can't see it either, but she might be wrinkling up her nose, and she's looking around. And what I can be clear about is that an outdoor cat is totally different than an indoor cat, and even the same cat that's an indoor outdoor cat is totally different when she's outside. She suddenly turns into her animal instincts, where she becomes social to human behavior when she's inside. So she's engaging all of her senses. And what I've learned over the years and training in sensory meditation, that's a process for us. When we're engaging our senses, we don't have any room for thought. Idle chatter thought goes out the window because you're focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on your sight, hearing, your sense of feel. And again, with the cat, I see her fur kind of rippling, so she's noticing the feeling of the wind or whatever. She's focusing on all these things. And when we do that, we're tuning out all of that idle chatter. So that's a way to tune into your higher self. And when I do that, and when I think about it in that way, I'm totally tuning into it. Now, I have over the years, some years ago where I lived, I had this little apartment and I shared the backyard with the three other people that lived in my house, the building. And I would be out in the garden, and as soon as I was out in the garden in this particular spot, I would zone out. And I noticed very, very early on that it was the sound of the birds singing that got me in that zone out Zen state. And I would sometimes fall asleep, take a nap, or power nap, or whatever the case was, and that would get me into that. It wasn't until years later that I realized it was that lack of thought, that state of beingness is what tuned me in. And that's what we can learn from the animals rather than following this long process of how to meditate. That's going through a process is getting us to think, am I doing it right? And there is no right or wrong way to tune into your own higher self. And I know the gurus will say just do it, but that's actually what it is. Just forget about your ego, put your ego on the lounge chair, and you tune in to your inner self to get there. So I'm going to leave you with that and let you practice that a little bit. If you have anything you want to share, feel free to mention it in the comments, or if you have any questions, or if you run into any blocks in that, let me know, and we will discuss it later on at another time. Take care, everyone. Yep. there goes the bird. Take care, everyone. We will talk soon.